I think we're ready. If my phone acts right. Okay, y'all. Whew. What we eating today is a fake Caesar salad that I made it out of, instead of romaine lettuce, I made it out of curly kale. And I got me 1, 2, 3 eggs, and I gotta taste it. Hold on. I'm using cornbread croutons because I had some leftover cornbread, and so I just made some croutons out of the cornbread. I don't care when that. Anchovies for the win, baby. Anchovies are so good. So I'm salad dressing with anchovies, an egg yolk, Worcestershire sauce, a little garlic, a little squeeze of lemon, a little olive oil, salt and pepper, Parmesan cheese on top, and cornbread croutons. I took some cornbread and cubed it up, put it in a skillet, and dried it out some. And so today I wanted to come on here and y'all know AT&T had a big outage today. I don't know if it's still down, so it's interrupting my internet services, but I wanted to come on here and show y'all another meal that you could feed your people who are asking you to eat with them or showing you food, are showing you the fried foods. I wanted to get on here and show you something that's nutritious. The boiled eggs and the raw egg yolk that I use in the sauce are serving as my protein today. So I don't have to have any meat. Because I think you get about 6 grams of protein with an egg. So I've got 3 eggs, so that's 18 grams plus the egg yolk. That's probably another 3 grams, so that's about 21 grams of protein. And I'm getting the fiber from the kale. This is about 2 to 3 cups of fiber. 2 to 3 cups of kale. And the cornbread croutons are the treat to me. So what I wanted to do was to show you some stuff that's nutritious and is good. So that's why I wanted you to come eat with me today. But we got outages with AT&T, so I hope this signal holds. And just know, just to inform you that when you're thinking about making some of your favorite salads or sautés or meals or stuff, you can always try to substitute those lettuces that I don't think have very much nutritional value with a dark leafy green. And so that's what I did today, because really and truly, I don't buy romaine lettuce. I buy dark leafy greens. I don't really buy a lot of lettuce at all. I buy dark leafy greens, and so whatever salad I'm trying to make, I'm making with dark leafy greens, because the vegans don't talk about this enough, y'all. They don't talk about this enough. Other than Dr. Esselstyn and his family, a lot of the vegans don't push dark leafy green vegetables. They're pushing stuff that you can turn into meat like mushrooms and jackfruit and stuff like that. But really and truly, the real heart of a good diet is really dark leafy greens. And most people won't tell you that. But that's where you're going to get all of the good stuff from. All that, what the ladies put on their skin? Dark leafy greens, baby. So the reason I wanted to kind of do this was twofold. YouTube has decided to embrace these vertical live streams. But in addition to that, I wanted to test that out. But in addition to that, I wanted to share what I'm not seeing online. And what I'm not seeing online is a lot of people who you come to watch eating are not eating healthy food. They're just not. And I wanted to share that. So that's why I'm here. So come eat with me. Come eat with me, baby. And again, I'm using cornbread croutons instead of regular croutons because for the most part, cornbread is the bread that I'm going to generally always have on hand. Because I love cornbread so much. I love it. And it looks like that. Just take a piece of cornbread, cube it up, put it in the skillet, and a little olive oil, salt, and pepper on it. And it's good. It's got enough crunch. I mean, this is a good salad. And if you ain't eat anchovies, I really don't know what to tell you, because anchovies, golly, they're good. They're so good. And this is just some curly kale, y'all. And yes, I'm eating a raw egg in the sauce, and I don't have a problem with that. Because I mixed up the sauce real good with I'm using Coleman's mustard, not Dijon. Coleman's mustard. That mustard's so good. Man. That mustard's so good. Golly, that mustard's so good. And I started using them when I watched the movie Meet Joe Black. And Anthony Hopkins is talking about a cold lamb sandwich with Coleman's mustard. I have tried that, and it is delicious. And I've been eating Coleman's mustard ever since. It's delicious. This is heaven. This is heaven right here. This is heaven on earth. Your kids will eat this, y'all. Your kids will eat this. I promise you. God damn. That flavor that anchovies give food, it's unmatched. It's just unreal. Oh my God. But look what we got for dessert. We got pomegranate today. I'm gonna eat a pomegranate. When I was growing up in Chicago, I see the way online people are showing you how to open the pomegranate. Believe it or not, we used to bite into them like they were apples and just spit out the bitter part. And sometimes we would just eat the bitter part too. We were so doggone hungry. So my way of eating a pomegranate is totally different from what you've seen a lot. I do often eat a lot of stuff that brings back childhood memories for me too. Yes, I do. And I don't want to ever be on here talking to y'all like I eat healthy every day, because I don't. I don't, y'all. But I do want to promote people eating dark leafy green vegetables. I'm really, really pro eating dark leafy green vegetables just about every day. I mean, there's some days where you may miss it, but just about every day. I can't see you in the chat right there, but hello and thank you for joining me. I'm gonna get better. I'm gonna get better and stuff so I can really talk to y'all in the chat. I'm not there yet with my equipment and stuff, so y'all gotta love me where I am. Y'all hear my stomach growling? It's my first meal of the day since the one I ate with y'all yesterday. This is it. So, I'm in my mid-60s and I've discovered last year that intermittent fasting is like a lifesaver for me, y'all. And I did it all wrong half the year, because I could go the 18 hours without eating, you know, including your sleep hours. I could do that. But the problem that I had, and what I see a lot of people have right now, is that you start believing because you're fasting that when you do start to eat, that you could literally eat anything. And I didn't get that right until like the latter part of the cycle that I was doing intermittent fasting. I got it now. You still can't eat anything. You still got to eat some healthy food, you know. So I was just chowing down. But the fasting part, I could do that with ease. And I tell you what, I have what's called Graves' disease. It's a thyroid illness. And I tell you what, two things that helped me, and maybe y'all know somebody out there with Graves' disease, two things that helped me was magnesium and intermittent fasting. And once I figured out how to do intermittent fasting the right way, to where when you break your fast, you eat something healthy. Initially, I was breaking my fast and like, hey girl, let's go get some fried chicken and French fries and nonsense and drink some wine. And no, I was doing it all wrong. Once I got it, it's the only way I eat now. It's the only way I eat. So this meal that you see me eating right now is the meal that I'm going to eat today. This is it. Now, if I do eat something, it'll be some fruit or some nuts, because I will grab a handful of nuts out of the refrigerator. And if y'all storing nuts, make sure you put them in the refrigerator or the freezer. Keep them oils clean, that's in the natural oils in the nuts clean. Because if they stay on the countertop or stay in the pantry, they go bad faster. Nuts goes bad faster. So, one of the things I wanted to get on here and do was share some different tips with y'all, some kitchen tips. Like for instance, today, when I was making a salad dressing for this, I had to separate an egg just because I was just using the yolk. And the big tip is, if you ever have to separate an egg for a recipe, separate the egg while the egg is cold. It's so much easier, y'all. It's so much easier to do. And it's easier to do it just like this. You crack the egg on a flat surface and you just catch it with your hand. Okay, and you just go from hand to hand, or let that white drip through your hand, and all you're trying to do is make sure you get that little piece of membrane that's on that egg off. I've got a video up there that shows you how to do it. But the key is, even if the recipe calls for a room temperature egg, separate it while it's cold, and don't throw that white away. Use that white for pastry, if you got pastry you're gonna cook, or put another egg with that white, scramble that egg, and have you some good eats. Okay. That's how you do that. This is so good. Damn. Anchovies, y'all. Anchovies is the star of a Caesar salad. Anchovies. If y'all not eating anchovies and sardines, I don't know what to tell you. They got so much in them that's good for us. I actually just discovered the other day when I was trying to do a live and I messed it up. I had 2 different types of sardines. I didn't realize sardines were high in vitamin D. You know, we all need that. I was eating them because I like them, but I was eating them for the protein. So keep that in mind. But, yeah, I don't see a lot of vegans and plant-based people eating with you. Like I see a lot of people doing the mukbang stuff, and they're eating seafood boils, and they're eating a bunch of fried food, and they're eating a bunch of food they bought out. At my age, that's not where I need to be. I'm trying to live, so I wanted to get on here and show you, or ask you to come join me to eat. And we're gonna eat some good food. We're gonna eat some food that's gonna help us. And eggs are good for you. I don't care what they say. Eggs are good for you. And I know the chickens are not, I know all of the animals that we eat, they are raised horribly. And all we can do is the best we can do, y'all. If I could afford it, yeah, I'd go to some farm in Texas and order all my eggs and all my beef and all my everything. But I gotta be realistic, man. That stuff costs. So we gotta do what we can do. Because one thing I believe is true is that no matter what damage they're doing to the chickens and the cows and the pigs, whatever benefits we're getting from those animals, whatever nutrients we're getting from those animals, we get some bad stuff from them because of the antibiotics, pesticides, or whatever. But the good stuff we still get too. And that's how I view it. And that's how you eat. Like that. And that was nutritious. That was 2 cups, maybe even 2.5 cups of curly kale, which is where I got my fiber. But even more importantly than fiber, I'm getting those good vitamins that I need, man, from them dark leafy greens, because dark leafy greens got it, y'all. And then I ate 3 boiled eggs plus a raw egg that I put in the sauce. And in the sauce I had a raw egg, I had some anchovies, I had some Coleman mustard, I had some garlic, I had a couple of squeezes of lemon juice, I had some Worcestershire salt, and I had some salt and pepper and olive oil. Heaven on earth. And for my little treat, I cut this earlier this morning because I knew I wanted to eat it today. I didn't know I was going to go live today, and I said, well, shoot, I just may as well eat it while I'm with my people. And I just cut it. You know, I cut it the wrong way. I didn't cut it the way the internet says cut it. I cut it like an apple. because this is how I ate it growing up. And I got part of that bitter stuff in my mouth. And it's okay. I don't want all of it to be bitter, but it's okay. And one thing you have to remember about a lot of fruit and vegetables, I said if they're bitter, they got something in them that's good for you. Man, I ate a ton of these things growing up. You know what I want? If I got any gardeners out there, leave me a comment. I want a pomegranate tree. But here's the disclaimer. I have a lime tree that I've had it for about 6-7 years, has never produced any fruit, and I don't know why. And the tree is tall, it's beautiful. It's about 7-8 feet, and it's beautiful, but it has never produced any fruit. And the pomegranate is so good for you. Your kids will eat this too. And so to stop this from being messy, what I would do is either you can bust it all up and just give them the seeds with some yogurt or something, or you can sit them on the kitchen floor with some newspaper and just let them have a good old messy time. But man, they're getting some good nutrients in them, eating them. And that's kind of what I want to share on my channel. It's stuff that we can do to make it entertaining for the kids, so that they're asking for this kind of stuff more than they're asking for candy and stuff. Because this is the stuff right here. This is the stuff that's going to help them. You see that squirt? This is the stuff that's going to help them right here. Right here, baby. Right here. This stuff right here. These fruits and these vegetables. And you should be encouraging your kids and yourself to eat some fruit and vegetables every single day. Every single day, y'all. Every single day. Every single day. Every single day, y'all. And I'm messy when I eat, but I really think it's a void online for people, showing people good food to eat. And not necessarily turning a carrot into a doggone hot dog. No, we're not trying to do that. A carrot is a carrot. If we want to eat a hot dog, let's eat a hot dog, okay? Okay? Or using jackfruit for pulled pork. If we want pulled pork, let's eat pulled pork. How can we eat the jackfruit for what it really is, which is a very sweet and delicious fruit? It's really a good fruit, y'all. It tastes like a Starburst. Your kids want some candy, give them some jackfruit, because jackfruit tastes just like Starburst, just like it. And that's what we have to do. We have to figure out what we can give them, because what will happen is, and I proved this with myself and my kids. Y'all, we were spending so much money when my kids, they're grown now. When my kids were growing up, we were spending so much money going to Kolache Factory, Shipley's, where else were we going? Chick-fil-A, McDonald's. We were making all of these stops early in the morning when we were all going to work and school and stuff. And I was like, hold up. This is insane. And so I started cooking sausage and biscuits. And I would cut the sausage up in cubes and fry them up and then set them aside to cool while I made my biscuit batter. And once they cooled, I'd add those sausages to the biscuit batter and then have the biscuit. And so when they went to school with 3, 4, 5 biscuits each, they had a whole meal. They had a sausage and a biscuit, pieces of sausage inside a biscuit, and they were so happy. But what it did, and I didn't realize this at the time, y'all, excuse me, what it did was it began to change their taste buds. It began to change their taste buds so that when they would eat that on a regular basis and then go out there and eat something from one of these fast food joints, they could literally taste the preservatives or whatever is in that food out there. And they didn't want it. And that is how I got my kids off fast food. It worked, and it'll work for your kids too. So I really wanted to share some recipes on my site, but I also want to share how we can eat great meals like the other people share with you with the fast food and the fried food and all, and the crab boils and the lobster boils and all of that stuff. And we can eat some good nutritious food too that your kids will eat. And once YouTube came out with this short, I said, well, maybe that's a way to try to get that across, because I wasn't getting it across in videos. I said, well, maybe if I can do lives and show them what I eat in a day, they could see that they'll be like, I'm a big girl. And so, but I eat trying to make. I know it's possible. Now I need to improve I'm gonna eat some good food. Because what's gonna happen is you will change your children's taste bud, and when they start eating processed food again, they're gonna tell you they don't want it over time. Now that takes time, but it does happen, because it happened for mine. And so that's kind of what I want to encourage y'all to do. This pomegranate is really good too, y'all. And I know I'm eating it wrong. All the pomegranate experts, y'all can tell me whatever. I know I'm not eating it the traditional way, but the other thing is, I like to do stuff that real people do at home. This is what real people do at home. If everything is so polished and perfected, people start feeling like they can't do anything. And you can. You can cook you some good food. And you don't have to have state-of-the-art kitchen, because Lord knows I don't. I'm in a 75-year-old house. But I can cook anything. So you don't have to have all of that stuff. You just have to have a desire. You just have to have a desire, y'all. So that's kind of what I wanted to get on here and share with y'all today. And share with y'all how I made the Caesar salad. And share with y'all how I separate the eggs. And it's almost time for these glasses to come off. I get to a point where I'm eating when things get really, really good and my body heats up, and I have to pull my glasses off. So that's where I am right now. But I hope y'all have enjoyed eating with me today, and I hope it has triggered some ideas for you, that when you grocery shop, get you some fruit, so you can have some to eat every day. Afford the expensive berries, and then wait until you can, don't buy them. And really and truly, they're not in season right now anyway. So if you try to eat the stuff that's really good, these pomegranates about to go out of season too. If you try to eat the stuff that's in season, you'll find out it tastes like those tangerines, because the tangerines are citrus right now so good. And if you do it like that, you'll find fruit more enjoyable. And you can make your little fruit salad or fruit medley. But fruit is one of the things that help keep our intestines, our gut, in good shape. And there's so many of us that has gut problems. It's because we're not eating enough fruit. And we're not eating enough dark leafy greens. So, I encourage y'all to do. I don't want to ramble on. I want to eat this pomegranate. It's so good. But I wanted to get on here and share that with y'all today and share my Caesar salad made a different way with curly kale instead of romaine lettuce, because I don't really buy that much lettuce. So y'all can see that you can always substitute and do baby. Mama, let me get these little pieces. That Caesar salad was so good. I feel so good. I'm telling you, your body will tell you, yes, give me more of that. That's what your body will say. In its own way, y'all. It will tell you that. I need more of this. It sure will. So, I'm not going to hold y'all any longer. I just wanted to get on here and talk about the thing that I love, which is food. And talk about how we need more people making videos. And if they're going to eat with you, I'll ask you to eat with them. They at least be eating something that's nutritious that can help us, because we got a little bit of kids, like 6-7-year-old kids that's over 150 pounds, crazy stuff like that. That's insane. And it's because people don't know how to grocery shop, because they're not buying fruits and vegetables. Because it's easier to tell Johnny, go in the pantry and get you some chips or some cookies, versus, which would be cheaper, for you to pick a day and make a batch of cookies and freeze them. Your cookies that you make will be better for your child than any of that stuff in the grocery store. Trust me on that. So I want to encourage you to get into the habit of cooking your own food. If you cook your own food, you're going to automatically be healthier. Promise you. So here's a test. Here's a test. Take a week or two and eat anything that you want, anything that your mind can even think of in terms of food. Eat it all. You want cookies, you want candy, you want fried chicken, you want fried fish, you want whatever it is, you eat it. But the only you gotta cook. And I am telling you, if you do that test, what you will discover is someone can cook food as good as you for you. Do it for 1 week. And what you're gonna discover also is your taste buds is gonna gradually start changing. So that when you go out there in them streets again and you get that food again, you're gonna taste it and you're gonna say, I can do this better than that. I can fry this fish better than that. I can fry this chicken better than that. This salad is good, but I can make a better salad at home. If you do that, I promise you, eat anything you want. If you want to eat cakes, pies, cookies, whatever, but you got to bake them or you got to cook the food. Changing your taste buds. And if you change your taste buds, the processed stuff will become less and less. And then you'll start keeping in your refrigerator and your freezer. You'll learn how to cook you cornbread muffins, and then all that you don't eat at a dinner, stuff them in a freezer container and put them in the freezer. You'll learn how to cook batches of cookies on one day that you're not doing anything, stuff them in the freezer, and when your kids want a treat, they're getting a cookie, but they're getting a cookie that's made without so many other preservatives that the ones in the store have. You want some chips or something, you're gonna figure out a way to give them some fruit and vegetables that crunch, because that's what we be craving, is the crunch. This is a crunchy fruit. Celery is a crunchy fruit. How do you make celery palatable for a kid? You give them a dip. But instead of you doing the dips that you find in the store, you make the dip. So you're controlling what they're eating. And when you do that, their taste buds change. Your taste. When I was raising my kids, I was with so much. I did. Okay. I'm going to finish up eating my pomegranate. I'm not going to hold y'all any longer. Taylor, go out and make it a great day, and I will see y'all on the next video. Bye now. Let me get with my pomegranate. Oh, I got a banana too, y'all. I'm eating a banana today too. By now. Okay, how do I end this thing?